welcome to Let's Learn Excel. I'm your Excel instructor. Guys, today we will be covering aggregate function. Aggregate function is very much versatile function, and when we have no function gives us the solution, then aggregate function comes to rescue. Let me give you an example before I go through this slide so that it can kindle some interest in you to go further. Let me go and show you an example. Guys, you know how some function works in Excel. When we have some errors, you can see in E column we have some division error, but now there is no result when we apply some function. So this function is very important to understand what we can do to get the complete result, and this is very much common data which we keeps on getting in our day-to-day life, that some errors are there. Maybe this is the column which is calculated column, where some values are calculated correctly and some are giving division error. So you can say to the right, we have applied aggregate function, but it is giving us correct result. So this is how the function works out and ignoring all the errors. So today this session is all about this. Stay connected and keep on learning. So let me go back to my first slide, which actually tells us about how aggregate function works. So aggregate function actually is very numeric. It works only on numeric range, where it gives the result in numeric only. So you can say that the aggregate function returns a numeric value. This is actually one of the characteristics, and there are, this is an array formula. This is the beauty of this function. Does not require any keystroke, Control Shift Enter. So you must have seen my previous videos where I was telling about when an array function is applied, we require Control Shift Enter to activate the array formula or to get the result. Otherwise it gives the error. But this is the function. It is similar to some product. Both the functions does not require keystroke, Control Shift Enter. So now this function allows you to apply average, sum, max, small, large, minimum, and everything, along with ignoring hidden rows and errors. So understand now, the point to be noted here, that this function actually, where you can see it ignores the errors also and gives the correct result. So let me show you in this example. This is actually the one of the segment. The total 19 operations are available. So you can see this is the syntax where we are telling aggregate equal to function number. So guys, if I talk about function number, if I talk about options, if I talk about array, if I talk about k, guys, what is k? If you apply large function, small function, and some other function which I will define now, you can see here large function, small function, percentile, quintile, these are the functions, guys. So any function starts from 14 to 19, we require the options. This we require the k value. So if you apply large function, it will ask you whether you need first large value, second largest value, or third largest value, and so on. So from 14 to 19, this option is very much mandatory. That this option, like k option, is very much mandatory, where you have to define either 1 2 3 whatever, so that index is required, otherwise it will give an error. So what is array and what is function number? So when you apply this function, it will ask you which function you want to apply. So you can say there are 19 functions are available inside this function. So you can see, uh, let me show you one more example after this. So function means all 19 operations are there. When you apply aggregate function, you can define, you need some function, you need average, you need max, min, and other functions. Maybe you need standard deviation, median, and other functions. So all statistics function are also there. You can see median is also there, and standard deviation, everything, product is there, count, take count, everything is there. So all other options are there, where you can select the array and select the options, like this option, guys. Options means any option, like if you have the data, like after you have the data filtered, so you can use ignore hidden rows, ignore error values. All right. So, ignore hidden rows and error values. Both the options are there. You can select that. So, ignore nested subtotal and aggregate function. So, all these options are there, but these are the ones which are the most used. Ignore hidden rows and ignore error values. So this session is all about to get you a clear understanding about how aggregate function comes, and help you to understand, better way. Guys, did you ever give a thought that, we apply VLOOKUP function? In VLOOKUP, it always gives one value. What one value? The very first one value gives, given by VLOOKUP function. Either you apply index match. Index match has already been covered in our session. So index match is an alternative to VLOOKUP function. These two functions always give the first value. Did you ever think, if you want to get the second VLOOKUP value, or third VLOOKUP value, and fourth, and so on, the requirement could be anything, guys, from the client. Because when we work on a database, requirement could be anything. Analysis can be made on any data. It can be either way around, guys. So we have to be prepared with all the options available in Excel. And the session is all about, as much as possible will cover. Please stay connected. I need your focus. So I have all the things clear in some, aggregate function. You can see we are applying large function. This is the same example we have given, only we have changed the function. So we have selected large. So it is again giving us division error because we have division error in E column. In G column, when we apply large function, it is giving us the correct, the incorrect result. But when we apply aggregate function, here it is giving us, kind of options like 14. So you can see, let's find out the second large value from this data where 14 index is for large function. So over here it is asking for ignore error values. So we have ignore error values. So now over here I have applied, you know the first largest value. So maybe let me do that first. Second largest value I will tell you in our example. All right, guys. So this is amazing example which actually can help you. And today we learn about how to get, lots of values from, like multiple VLOOKUP values through aggregate function. So guys, let's get started. Let me go back to my Excel file where I have prepared some questions, guys, for you. So these are the questions which we have to do. But first we have to jump to aggregate function. The exercise we have to perform. Let me put some dummy data, guys. So this is the dummy data which right now I have. I'm putting some kind of error values there equal to 12 divided by 0. So understand, guys, this is my data set. Let me do Alt HBA. Alt HB is the shortcut key to apply the borders. All right, so here we have to find out the total sum. How will you find out the total sum, guys? Total sum. So total sum, we cannot just apply sum function. So you can say this is the sum function, guys. But I'll do that with sum function also. You can say sum function is giving error. So why we do that aggregate function? Because it is easy to use. Once you click aggregate function, as I mentioned, 19 functions are available in aggregate function. So over here, to your requirement, you can select anyone. So suppose I want to find out the sum. So you select 9, and now you can ignore error value because this is very much very much relevant to our scenario. So now we have to do, you can see this black, this is highlighted. It requires array. So this is my array or range. Now you either you mention this or not. It is optional, guys. So you can just, so this is 200, guys. If I select all the numbers, how will I select all the numbers, guys? Just do Control G and then special. Over here you go to constants, and you remove everything and you see that which one you want numbers. You can see all numbers are highlighted. So this is how you can highlight all the numbers. You can highlight all the errors also. So now you see that how much is the total. You just press control and hold control and see 200 is the value. You can see the status bar 200, guys. 200 down, in green, you can see 200. So this is how you can see the value we get 200 by using aggregate function. Please pay attention to this function and keep on practicing. This is very much important function where you can be you will be handling this kind of data. But let me tell you another way how to find the sum by using sum function. How you can do that, guys? Understand if, which we have already covered, if function. If we have already covered if function, so let me do that. Sum if, or maybe you can understand if I tell you that, if, let me understand how we can do this function with sum. If we do with sum, you apply, this is the function which is giving the error. First you press F9. What does it have? What happens actually? It giving error. So can we do them something, if this is a number, it gives the error equal to, if you can say this value greater than 0, then give 1, else 0. Or maybe if it is greater than 0, give me this number, else 0. Let me do that way. How this function works? Press F9. So guys, this is the function which where we are getting all the values. So how we can do that? If error has to be replaced with 0. Now we have used this function. So again, you open this function by pressing F9. So now you see, guys, by pressing F9 we got the result. So use sum function. See, you think this function is, giving us this way. So how will you activate this function? So now you go to formula, and you have to see this value and see that division error. Actually, you get this error. All right, guys. So what is happening? Before that, if error, you press F9, guys. Okay, you are getting this result. So if you do press F2, control shift enter, guys, you are getting this result 200. So by using this function, sum, if error, if, and everything, this is very cumbersome function. But you should know the alternative to aggregate function also. See, when you are training your teammates, when you are teaching somebody Excel formulas, so you should become his Excel guru, and you should teach all questions being asked by your team members, by your seniors. So then you will understand. Guys, understand one thing: unless we have the challenges in life, unless we have the challenges in process, we can't learn. So we have to learn, we keep on learning, then it can boost our mood. So every day you get into the practice of learning at least one or two formulas, then concept will be clear. So now you understand this. So now, why did we use sum over there? We could use some product. So you use some product, and you see that once we have used some product function, and again, over there, as I mentioned, it does not require that kind of is keystroke. But this is the scenario where some product is very much, where keystroke is very much required. So you can actually use some function, because you can see the result is not coming over there. So though some product does not need keystroke, but this is the scenario where actually it requires. So now you keep on practicing this and see the challenges. And before I use this function, you can see we have used lots of other things also. Function that if error, it has to be replaced with 0. So you can press this way. This is my array, guys. Okay. So now what is happening in this function, that if we are getting the array, we have to, if this value greater than 0. So what is happening? We have used double array. If this value greater than 0, give us this value only, else give us 0. So this is how it works. If error comes, it has to be replaced with 0. And now let me show you one more query, like how we can do this in a better way. If this function greater than 0, give me 1, else 0. So you can do that way also. But again, you see, press F9. Press F9, guys. So some errors we are getting. All right. So what is happening? Can we remove these errors? Equal to if error. So you can use if error also and give the entire array, and then give 0, or maybe whatever. See, now you just see that how this function works. Press F9. So with this simple function we have do that. Now you can use sum product. So sum product here, it will work without stroke. No, it requires over there. So again, you see that press F2, Control Shift Enter. Guys, over here, actually it works this way. So you know that this is the scenario where we need keystroke. So understand this function, we have to be very careful. So what actually we are doing over there, if error is there, that has to be replaced with 0. So that's what it is happening here. And then whatever array we are getting, that we are passing inside some product function, and we are getting the result. So there are some, exceptions. This is one of the exceptions where some product needs, that array. So you can understand that value clearly. So either you use some. So sum also giving that 0. So unless once you press F2, F2 means edit the formula. So you don't need to press F2. You can press, see, F2 Control Shift Enter is fine. You can press Control Shift Enter also. See, the thing is that if you press Control Shift Enter, does not work. So you have to, you have to click this. You have to activate the formula. So you have to press F2. F2 means you have to activate the formula and Control Shift Enter, then the result will come. But the stroke we tell, if you go on Google or somewhere else, they tell to activate array formula Control Shift Enter. But actually the thing is that if you remove this, go somewhere else and click this, if you press Control Shift Enter, it's not working. So you have to activate the function. So now you understand. So Control Z again I'm doing. So there are two things. Either you click this and click over there. All right. And then you press Control Shift Enter. It gives the result. All right. But if you just, press this and Control Shift Enter, it doesn't work. So you have to press either F2, which activates the formula, and then Control Shift Enter. So now it is clear to you guys. So aggregate function, how simple is that aggregate function? If I have to find out maximum value, guys, maximum value. So you can see, again I'm telling you, the way we have done on the top, like this formula, you can use, see, aggregate function can give you multiple options, but without aggregate function also, you can find out your max value, min value, large, minimum, everything. But this is the beauty of this function, does not require any keystroke. So let me do that, equal to aggregate function. Let's find out the maximum value. So what is the maximum code? 4. And now ignore error values, comma, options. This is my option, guys. And now I want maximum fourth value. Fourth value I want maximum. So it is giving, error. Guys, you can see that why error is coming. So what is happening? Maximum, sorry, that function will not work. That function is called large function. I will cover in that. So in max function, it is giving 24. 24 is the max value. All right. So you can see 24 is the max value. Now I was telling fourth largest value. So let's fourth largest value. How to find fourth largest value? Equal to aggregate. Aggregate. So in large function you have available there. Yes, large function. Same way you have, a small function also. Ignore errors. Now this is my array. Guys, enjoy the session. It is going to be very interesting. As I mentioned in my session, 14 to 19, all functions, they require this k. So here you mentioned fourth largest value. So guys, this is the fourth largest value. 21 is the fourth largest value. Fourth largest value. So this is 4, this is third, this is second, this is the maximum value, first largest value. So if you put over there 2, what result will get? 23. This is the second largest value. All right. Same way you can find out, a small value also. All right, a small value, and you can calculate the one which requires your process. You can calculate all the values. You can calculate count a, count, and everything, guys. So this is clear. I hope you enjoyed the session. So let me jump immediately these things, top largest highest, top large highest values average. Let me put some data equal to let me put the question first. Control C, and I'm putting there. All right. All right. So this is going to be very interesting, where I'm telling you all the functions, how we can use that, how we can leverage other functions into Excel. And this is very important now, where you have to understand the basic concept. Guys, nothing is advanced. If you know the basics, so everything is advanced. So understand this. You have to master the Excel basic formulas, then you can easily understand everything, guys. All right, so let me show you one more scenario. Let me put some data equal to rand between like 12 and 300. I am putting some data in my column. These are my values, guys. Okay, so I have told you that control C, control alt V is the short keyboard shortcut to get all the formulas into values, guys. So these are the values. As we have told you that values or numbers are aligned to right always. If you type something, it is aligned to left. If you type number, it is aligned to right. So understand that part. So guys, these are the numbers. So the condition top large, maybe top 10 you can mention. Top 10 large highest values average. Guys, how you can put that? Equal to use large function. In the large function, this is the this is the array. All right, you can actually log the array. Press F4. Now comma. So guys, what is largest values, first, second, third, and so on. So over here I'm not going to tell you all the index. Just simple, you have to put a row and indirect function. This is the combination of row indirect. When you want to get some 1 to 10 numbers, so row indirect, so you can put 1 and ampersand. You can just you can mention 1 to 10 this way also, because this is the only way where you can get the data. So this is the data. If you go and search and press F9, you see these are the largest 10 values, guys. Okay, so now if you have this data, you can just use some product. Once you put the sum product, this is the total, guys. All right, so now I want to put some value. Suppose this is the value. Let me put some kind of 1 to 10 or 1 to 15. All right, so this is the total, guys. 1 to 15, let me take. So please focus. This is interesting, guys. Now this is the drop down. Let me make it dynamic. Suppose I select 5, it will give me 5 largest value and so on. Guys, this is Excel, where you are learning how to find out top 10 large highest values. So it will be not top 10 now. It will be top any number, top n large highest values average, because n is going to be variable now. So why we are putting this 10? We have made this hard coded. We have made this hard coded. Now we are making this dynamic. So now let me make some. See, you know how to make the data validation. Let me put that in drop down. So this is the name box. I'm putting num. So num has become my range. So now I will go to control F3. Guys, control F3 is a shortcut key to create the name manager. So now you can say all nums, guys. This is actually the 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 array name where I will store all the values. So over there, see, now you have to understand something. There are two things, guys. See, either you go there or either you take there. Let me tell you the shortcut. Num is there, so you can actually go here also, that part, because that will be little lengthy. You can go to data validation and you can just list. Here you can select F3 only. F3 is the shortcut key to find out the name range. So here you can say num is the range which we just made, and you can say all the numbers I'm getting. Let me make the font control B, and you can increase the font, guys. All right, you can increase the font so you can see the number. I'm selecting 3. So let me make this dynamic. Over here I'm coming, you just select this and ampersand this. Now you see the magic. If I select there 10, this is the 10 highest values. This is actually top 10 large highest values. Okay, this is the total actually. Now we have to put that kind of average. How we can put that average? Divide by this, you can do that. So you can say, if you put 11, this is the average, guys. Okay, this is actually 8. So top highest 8 value average is this. So divide by, over there divide by F1. F1 is the key. So you can do that way. If you want sum, you can actually remove this. All right. So this is the sum. How you find out sum? You can just select this and you can go to data and you can go to sort. If you go to sort, you can just largest to smallest, guys. So now you see this is sorted. This is sorted. So now if I put first, like, two largest values, so this is the total. You can see status bar sum 597, guys, 597 you can see. And now if you select 3, so you can see 884. You can see the total is 884, guys, on at the bottom. At the bottom you can see 884. So now let me put 5. So you can see at the bottom, let me select 5. Once you select, the value reflects at the bottom. You can see 1434. Guys, I have seen lots of my people actually, they don't know how to read the numbers. So let me tell you some numbers: 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. Guys, can you read this number when you are meeting international clients? How will you read this number? This is very much important for you. You cannot talk 3 lakhs, 4 lakhs, or 6 lakhs. No, don't just do all that. You have to understand how to read the number in an international way. So let me tell you the trick, guys. So if you have any number, so this is my 100 and this is my 1000. So remember this, the last three digits are meant for 100, and next last three digits are meant for 1000. So 100,000, this is million. So how will you read this? Very simple: 123 million 456,789. Guys, it is very easy. Learn all those things and stay connected in my session. You will learn lots of other things in my next questions. Now you see, I want 12. So you can select all 12 values, guys. 3101, you can see the result 3101. So this is actually kind of an automation we have done. So whatever you are covering here, this is all about average function, large function. Same way you can use a small function. We have covered some product function, and they're all basics, but once you master these functions, you will actually do lots of big kind of dashboards where this function will come in handy. So you have to master these functions. They are very much useful. So let me jump to now. This is clear, guys. Longest word in a range. So guys, understand longest word in a range. We have to find, let me copy that. Control C. Longest word in a range. How you find out the longest word in a range, guys? Longest word in a range. If I put over there some kind of Abhi, if I put in that Amita, if I put somewhere Anil, if I put somewhere maths, or if I put the physics, if I mention over there chemistry, and if I put product history, guys, what is the maximum. This is actually the result. But this, if you have large data, it will be a little difficult. You can't browse your eyes across the data. You have to find out how to get the maximum length of the string. Guys, very simple. Stay connected. Let's do this now. Longest word in a range. How we can find out longest word in a range? So how we can do that? Did you ever think? Of course, len function will come to rescue here, because len is the only function which can tell us the maximum range. This is the one. So now you understood that what is my lookup value. Lookup value lookup value you can see this is my lookup value equal to max of these things, guys, max of these things. So you can just see that. You can see F2 control shift enter, guys. Ninth. So ninth is the maximum value I have. So now you know that how easy is that. Equal to match. You can use match function. Max, length, and you can select everything, guys. So now you see that this is the one. Our max is clear now. Now let me go to my lookup array. What is my lookup array? Very simple. You go to use length function and you can use this one comma 0, guys. Now you see something will come. So press F2, Control Shift Enter, guys. This is the sixth. What is sixth, guys? Index 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, if you have the location, so you have to use index function, index, and then uh, index function you have to use, and then you have to select the entire array, and then you have to just enter. So since this is array function, you have to use press F2 to activate the formula and Control Shift Enter. Chemistry, guys. So if I write over there math, math is the keyword. Math actually is the word. If you write something, whatever you see, what actually happens. This is the longest word or longest, kind of cell is this is the one. All right, so now I hope you are clear on this, how we can extract this data. This is the only cell which has the maximum characters. So you can say longest word in the cell. This is the longest actually word in the cell. So maybe take that longest, length, we can say longest length, Length. This is actually the better way to say that, because word could be anything. This is the word, guys. This is the word, and this is the word. So this actually has three word. And so I think it is clear to you guys how we can find out the maximum or longest length in the range. And this is the formula which we have used here. So let me just copy this formula and highlight this for your reference, guys. Control V. And now I am doing this way, Control V. This is the formula. You can just refer to this, and please stay connected. Focus on this formula. Keep on practicing. Let me jump to my next question. Guys, this is amazing. Sum of digits. Let me take this sum of digits. Sum of digits. How we can sum of digits, guys? Sum of digits going to be very interesting. Sum of digits, if I put that number, you know this is the number, or maybe I have some more numbers, guys. All right, so now sum of digits, how we can digits, sum of digits. If someone gives you this task, don't you think it will be very cumbersome or time taking? Maybe we'll end up losing the entire day rigor while doing this entire cumbersome activity. This is very much labor intensive one. I will not do if I don't know, but if my manager tells me, if I don't know the formula, I'm helpless. I have to do that. Maybe I'll search on Google, I'll get the result. But if you don't know, it will be problem. If you know, you can do that in just couple of seconds. Now you see 6 plus 5 plus 4 plus 3 and plus 8, and 1 second, plus 9. 3 plus 8 plus 9. 1 second. 3 plus 8 plus 9. So 35. 6, 5, 4, 3, 8, 9, 35. Guys, this is the result. It will be difficult for us. All are, this way. Got it. So we have hard coded that. The first should be 35, and the second should be, you can say 6, 5, 4, and 3, 8, 9. It has added 1, but actually it has no 8, so it should be 27. All right, so these are all cumbersome activity. Let me show you how we can do that with the simple formula. Equal to, you can use mid function. Guys, let me tell you something about mid function. If you have to run the loop, or if you have to check all the characters in a range or a string, you have to loop through every character, then mid function comes to rescue. Understand now? Mid, you can use text, comma, start number. As I mentioned, for 1 to 10 or 1 to n number of length, you have to use row indirect combination. You can use 1 and then ampersand and length of this. If we use this, the function will go and move to left. Now start number of characters. Always remember, when you have to run the loop, or every character you have to pass, so you have to pass number of characters always 1, because start number uh, will has will have to be our looping criteria. If I do that way, so you can see, guys, it has segregated all the digits. Now you see 6, 5, 4, 3, 8, 9. So now it's very simple for you. If you have to convert all the values in numbers, you have to use double minus. So double minus you have to use. And let me tell you something, either you can use double minus, or maybe you can add plus 0, guys. it will also get you the result. All right, press F9. This is simple basic mathematics. If you have to convert any text to number, either you add one, either you, sorry, if you have to convert any text to number, either you add zero, either you add zero, the result will come. You can see the result will come. Press F9. All right, Control Z. If sorry, Control Z. Now we have to remove zero. If you have to convert again this thing, you can multiply it by one, guys. Why we multiplied by one? This way also you can actually put some values in numbers. All right, now I'm doing whatever we did earlier. Let me do that. Double minus also is the option which can help you to convert all text into numbers. Why I told text? Because if I go back to my previous scenario, this was the result which I got. You can see press F9. These are the text 654389. Why I am calling these text? Because numbers are enclosed in inverted commas. So I have to remove this inverted commas. That's why I was using double minus, or you can add zero, or you can multiply this entire thing by one. You can see, let me show you this example. Press F9. You can see all our numbers. Guys, now it is easy for me to convert everything. You can use some function, and after you use some function, press F2, Control Shift Enter. So now you see the result. This is how you can do this kind of job. I hope you found this useful. So stay connected, keep on learning. So now let me copy this function somewhere else. Control C, and you can paste here. So Control B, let me increase the font. All right, so this is the function which can help you understand basics of functions, where you can apply anywhere, especially when you work on dashboard or any presentation. So now let me jump to my next thing. Okay, so extract unique data from a list. Guys, this is one of my favorite one. Extract unique data. So these questions personally I created for you to help you understand more about Excel, where you can, you know, do lots of things with Excel. Let me put some names over there. Amit and Anil, and here Dolly, and here Matthew. Matthew. Here I can put Tom, and these are the names. They are unique names. I'm putting same name again, guys. This is my data. Let me take some dummy data or tiny data to help understand better. Alt HBA. Alt HBA is the shortcut key. Alt HBA is the shortcut key to convert, in a proper format or across the border. Here we have to find out unique data. What formula we have to use, guys, over there? Equal to, you can use COUNTIF. COUNTIF function we are going to use here. So uh, this is the function range and comma. You can just press F4. All right, and then comma. What is my criteria, guys? Count if. So understand that what we are doing, we are actually count if. This is actually my criteria, guys. Let me tell you something what I'm doing. This is called expandable range. If you press F4, guys, this is called expandable range because it will keep on expanding, and this is actually my criteria, guys. Press F4. So now if I click this, you can see some result will get. If you press F4, press F9, you can see all are zero now. Why all are zero, guys, over there? Why all are zero? So we have to find out unique count over there. How we can find out all those count. So we have two things. First, we have to find equal count if. COUNT count if, guys. There are two things: count if and criteria. So understand what actually we are doing. If you select entire things, okay, and criteria, just take that way around. I will teach you both the ways. You have to use this area where you can actually make this range expandable. Press F4. You can actually lock this now. So what is happening here? If you just press F9, so everything is zero, guys. So because this function is not working. So how we can find out the unique data from this list? through the formula. So you have to understand something like, if this data we are having, and how we can find out this is the data. So if I put some kind of name over there, maybe Amit, let me find out Amit is unique name. So if you have to find out count if, take that way, count if this is actually my range, this is my range, comma, this is my criteria. All right, so now you see that result, what you are getting now. Press F9, so you can just press F4, you can lock this key, and now you can actually lock this also. Press F4 because this is expandable range. Understand now what result you are getting. Press F9, guys, you are getting this result. All right, so if you remove this name, what you are getting over there, press F9, so you are getting all R zeros. So all R zeros you are getting. So if I put over there Amit, so what will happen? Amit has become my unique name. So if you see, press F9. So after Amit, it is telling me Anil is the number. So now you have to understand, if you remove this, just say that if you have to search match, you are searching zero value in that, and you are searching this exact match. Now you see this is my value, and it will tell you press F9, it is telling 1. So 1 is the value. So if you use index function, you can select this entire thing. Press F4, press F4, guys, and comma this. So this function, if you just press F2 and Control Shift Enter, Amit has become now. Now if you drag this, Anil has come. Now you see that Dolly has come. All right. Now you see Matthew has come. Now you see Tom has come. Now you see error has come. So do we have only these unique values? You can just highlight the unique values or duplicate values, guys. How we can do that? You just maybe you just copy this data and paste over there, and data remove duplicate. So now this is the unique values: Amit, Anil, Dolly, Matthew, Tom. So let me understand. Let me tell you how did we do this formula. So we have to understand how did we crack this formula. So we have to find out match zero count if this is the result. And this is my range. We are searching in this. So let me remove this entire function and tell you again. So now equal to count if. Actually, what is happening? Just assume Amit is unique in this name. Amit is unique. See, everywhere we have the data. So you have to understand first value is always unique. Keep that value somewhere else. Equal to count if. Equal to count if. We are using count if. Guys, this is my range. If you press, range will expand. Now you have to log this range. Understand? Press F4. This is my range, and where is the criteria? This name I'm searching over there. If this name is found, I will not take this, but I will take the name only where the zero is available. This is the logic. So press F4 again. Guys, this is the logic. So now if you see this formula, press F9. You see after 1 0. So I'm searching the location of 0. Match function. 0 you are searching over there, and then you are doing 0 because we need exact match. So now this is the index. You can use index function and you can select the entire array. Press F4 and then you can see result, guys. See, now you can remove this because that we have put that just to make understand. Press F2, Control Shift Enter. So you can just drag this. You can see these are the unique names in the list. Guys, let me tell you something. If we have the error, that error has to be replaced with blank. If error, that error has to be replaced with blank, guys. So now you see, if you press F2 to activate the formula, Control Shift Enter, and now you drag this formula. How beautiful is that? You got your unique data in your list, guys. So this is clear. So please keep on practicing. This is one of the amazing functions which we have covered, and here you are using if error, index, match, zero, count if, everything. So let me just put this clear. uh, Find out the unique list over there. Yes, now guys, extract the numbers from a string, or maybe find out the age from date of birth, find out the extract this and location of first digit. Let me do that. Find out the location of first digits. How you can do this, guys? Find out the location of first digits, guys. Find out the location of first digit. How we can do that? Suppose these are the keyword. All right. So I have to find out the first location of digit. That's very simple. We have to find, we have to find the number, but there is no text. What we can do, guys, in the curly bracket, you can mention 1, comma 2, comma 3, comma 4, comma 5, comma 6, comma 7, comma 8, comma 9. All right. And then you can put 0 also in the beginning. This we are searching this text. Understand now. Let me tell you something about error handling. Guys, when you do the coding, when you learn the coding, when you make big automations, when you work on formulas, so you always think about, if, what if the value is not there? What if user supplies wrong data? So you actually give some notification. So these are all basics. We have to understand if something is there. So that is kind of our education in terms of about that, in terms of handling the tool or any application, what kind of informations are supposed to be fed. If we go to any ATM, we never given that opportunity to put that alphabet. Password can always be number in ATM, right? It will be always 4-digit number. So it is kind of exceptional handling. They have not given that kind of option to the user. So now over here also, I'm just citing this example and helping you understand what if digit is not there. Understand, find out the location of first digit. So we are searching for the first digit. What if the digit is not there? So you have to handle those errors. So understand now, you have to concatenate 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So you are searching this value, guys. So understand now, we have made one array. So now we just press F9 to open the formula. So now what is the first digit? Guys, understand, the first digit is the minimum value. This is my first digit. 5 is the first digit. Okay. So over here 8. So minimum value, if I have to find out, you can say find. So if you write minimum value, guys, what will happen actually? 5. If you do F2, Control Shift Enter, guys, it is giving 5 value. It is wrong or correct, guys? Tell me. It is wrong or correct? And if you remove this, let me tell you there's something like if press F2, Control Shift Enter, it is still giving 5. Why 5 is coming, guys? Why 5 is coming? Because we have not, correct. We have not used this formula correctly. The thing is that we have to find out the first digit. You understand? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 is clear. 5 is the location. Is correct. Find out the location of first digit. Actually, fifth is the location of 3, 4, 5. 8 is 5, right? So this is correct. If you put n number A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and H, I, J, and then 2, it will be 11 because J means 10 alphabets and then 11. Maybe I put K, it should be 12. I hope guys you understood this, and let me go to my next. This is also clear, guys. All right, let me tell you something. Extract the numbers from a string or extract the text or non-numeric values, guys. Let me cover this also. Extract the text or numeric values. Let me copy this first, Control C, and let me put this function there. I need your focus over here. This is kind of little tricky but easy. So let me put some values over there. This is the value, or this is some numbers, and this is the value. Maybe let me take some good name. uh, Mathie, Matthew, and Matthew F friend, Matthew friend. You can take this name. Okay, some numbers are there, whatever. You can see that. I want to remove all the numbers. So what we can do, guys, now understand that how we can do that. I want only Matthew friend. So now understand we are using substitute function. In the substitute function, this is my string, and what is old text? 1 or maybe 0, and that has to be replaced with blank. So now you see this is actually the string again. You can actually control C. I'm just doing control C to avoid the formula being lost. I'm using this actually. Now I'm putting 1 and then replace with blank. All right. So now this is again my string control. See guys, this activity you have to do almost. Let me tell you something. In my series, I will cover some basics of Visual Basics for application later, where you will understand this function what we are doing. You will just ignore this function and you will have your own UDF. UDF stands for user defined functions. So you can make those functions like VLOOKUP. You can make your own function like MyLookup. Your function will be called XLOOKUP, YLOOKUP, ZLOOKUP. So I will teach you everything in my sessions ahead. So keep on learning and stay connected, guys. So whatever function you can see here, you also will learn how to create these functions by yourself. So I will teach you all these functions and you will learn slowly and keep on practicing. Let me just again go to substitute. We have by now replaced 0 and 1 by blank. Now we are doing 2 and replace again with blank. So now this is again has become my string. You can see that numbers are getting removed now. Again I'm using substitute function, guys. For substitute function again I'm removing 3 and then blank. So now you see that this is the string, guys. Okay. Now tell me, is this good way to remove all the function, all the numeric digits? Actually, it's very a kind of, but this is a function. We have other options also that we will cover. You can use substitute function. See, you have to learn everything. You have to know all the shortcuts and everything. Then only you can understand the value. You can see now Matthew friend has come. All right, but still we have to do some more things. I will tell you all the options available in Excel. Now you see again substitute function we are using, and then we are telling 5 and then we are telling blank, guys. All right, now again we are copying this formula and I am using again substitute function and replace now 6, this. So now 6 is also replaced. So now if I tell that substitute function again, and now I'm telling 7 has to be replaced with blank, so 7 is also replaced with blank. Now I'm using again substitute function. Now I'm replacing 8 with blank. All right, 8 with blank. So this is also done. Now the last number, last but not the least, very important number, guys. You can stretch this down, 8, and now over there you can do 9 and then comma blank. Guys, this is the actual result. So this way, if you have anything a d, now you see it is replacing and removing all my digits. You can see this is how the function works, and this is the function which you can use it if you have something like that. This is actually basic and easy function, guys. Let me show it to you. Control D and then increase my font. So you can see this is a function, guys. I hope you enjoyed the session and you learned lots of things from this. Let me, what was that? Summary, find or extract the text or non-numeric values is done. So now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 we have covered today. The rest will be covered in my next series. Thank you very much, guys, for getting connected on my session. Have a good day. Bye bye.